While March 20th marks 1 year since the election observation mission of the European Union was repatriated as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, the chief observer, Urmas Pat, along with his team, have returned to Guyana, where they met with the President, Irfan Ali, the leader of the opposition, Joseph Harmon, Speaker of the National Assembly, Manzoor Nadir, the Attorney General, Anil Nandlal, and members of the media to present his team's report.
The reasons why the EU election observation mission has now returned to Guyana is to draw attention to our recommendations, present and discuss them with election stakeholders, and also help to kickstart election reforms.
Pat spoke of 26 recommendations that are being proffered in the report, which is available online via the European Union's Delegation to Ghana Facebook page, as well as its website www.eeas.europa.eu. Of the 26 recommendations, there are 8 which are highlighted as priority. Pat mentioned a few of those priority recommendations in his presentation.
Develop effective legislation to regulate political finance, foster transparency and accountability in online and offline campaigning, transform the state-owned media into a genuine public service broadcaster, adopt clear written procedures for transmission and tabulation of election results.
The chief observer also highlighted in the report that unfair and biased media coverage of contesting parties, as well as unregulated campaign financing, pose barriers to a smooth process throughout the election cycle. The EU observer revealed that a stakeholders' roundtable discussion is scheduled for next Monday, where political parties, members of the Election Commission, the Office of the President, among other stakeholders, have been invited to attend. That meeting will be centered around electoral reform, as well as implementation methods, among other such issues. In a summation of the team's findings of the 2020 elections in Guyana, the mission stated in its report that, and I quote, legal uncertainty, unregulated political finance, biased state media, and lack of transparency in the administration of elections characterized the pre-election context. But overall, the elections were competitive and contestants could campaign freely, end quote. The mission further stated, and I quote again, the integrity of the entire electoral process was seriously compromised by the non-transparent and non-credible tabulation of results in the largest and decisive Region 4 by senior Ghana Elections Commission officials, acting in blatant violation of the law and High Court orders, end quote. This newscast posed the question to the chief observer of possible fraud perpetuated at the 2020 polls, to which he responded by saying that is for the court to decide.
But you said lack of transparency, so could we say that yes, that is leading to fraud?
Of course, if there is lack of transparency, the risk for misuse, whatever options some people may have, has been increased indeed, yes.
Wendell Badrie, HGP Nightly News.